Ashley.
Yeah, my intentions for the call is to see where we're at with Gitcoin grant round stuff, and I added there on the agenda just if we have time to look over. I know we talked about it a little bit, but like the Discord channel and server organization of like this card, like I will do that, and if we don't have time for that, yeah, and I think that was really it for the call, and really just
yeah, we can hardly hear you. Your voice is like going in and out.
Maybe Forrest, can you mute too when you're not talking? Because I think there's also a lot of nice birds, and yeah, that's better. And Ashley, I think it was the weed whacker. It was the combination of the weed whacker and Forrest bird sounds.
Sure. I don't have any distractions. My intention is also, to hear about Gitcoin grants, and I've personally just been doing a lot of like Giveth and crypto catch up as I'm coming back and jumping in and just seeing how I can support. And let's see, Lauren, Mitch, have you shared? I'll pass it to you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Our Gived Out blog post, so maybe we want to just have a quick look at that, and then it can be published and done. And yeah, my distractions is stuff for other projects. So I will pass it back to Lauren.
Thanks, guys. Okay, great. I think it will be really easy for us to go through the board. And while we're doing that, we can probably take a look at a lot of these things that came up in the agenda. So let's just burn through it. I guess so starting out, all right. So I was thinking with the Give Garden stuff, probably we're at a point now where we can finalize the documentation. Oh, except for the Give Garden parameters. But like we have the delegation is up there, and so you could like take pictures of what things look like. And I think like everything is like actually working in the Give Garden. So these could be updated potentially. Mitch, I was talking to you. But...
Oh, sorry, your voice kind of cut out a little bit there, at least for me. No, my internet's been weird today. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. All I was saying was that, I mean, for the Give Economy stuff, I think the Give Garden documentation could be like revisited and updated. Because the only thing missing, I guess, is our parameters for the Give Garden, but like everything else is working. So it might be cool to like revisit this if you have time. If you have time either this week or next week.
Yeah, well, I mean, we need to pick the settings, so we're doing that on Friday.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so maybe the following week then. Yeah, because then you could just do it all in one shot. Okay, cool. So we'll pick the Give Garden parameters on Friday, and then we can update it in one shot. I think this is like actually done. The terms. Same with the Give Farm. Like we finalized the distribution, so I think this could be.
That's done already. That's
you already updated. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I guess that's for review and QA. So I can take a look at that. And Ashley, of course, if either of you could take a look at the Give Farm, I'll just tag all three of us on here if we want to do so. Cool. Add Giveth.io. Add to Giveth.io. I think this is done.
Yeah, just if you guys wanted to look at it now that it's done. But
Yeah.
if you don't care, that's fine. But yeah.
Oh. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I was actually looking at it, and then I got distracted. I had contentful open a tab, and then it was a week ago.
You guys
All
want
right,
to change
cool.
anything though? Just do it in contentful.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
yeah.
So we don't need to have the extra layer.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just briefly talk about the Giveth on Gitcoin thing. So I saw that now. It looks like we're actually now in an active matching round. So whatever the problem was has been fixed from this morning, and yeah. And I think for this, like, just if we have time at the end, we could put some Discord servers and just like share a little shill about like what we're doing. But we can do that at the end of this hour. Okay, cool. Conflict resolution documentation. Did you get a chance to take a look at this, Forrest?
Hey, I missed the last 2 gravity training, so what I did do is I went through like all of the slides from the ones that I missed because they're more in terms of like how it applies to the DAO. And I reached out to Wonka, but I haven't started making any edits to the documentation yet.
Nice. That sounds great. Give economy FAQ, yeah, it needs to be updated and reviewed. Give backs, I think same thing. We need to just like finalize the documentation. I'm thinking like, and then I don't know. Okay, I have a quick question just for everybody before we kind of go further. Like, what is your bandwidth like for the next week regarding like documentation and like stuff for comms? Do we really have like the energy to be like committing and pushing forward on the documentation? Because we could like schedule hack sessions and even just get together and like work and try to like finalize the pieces that are missing. But yeah, I have this like just sense that everybody's really busy with a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't think I'll have a ton of time to make documentation
This week, or
this week or the next couple weeks, honestly.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what my bandwidth is as far as like creating new content. But as far as what we already have for finalizing, maybe a good thing to do would be like make a list of the things that we're missing that need to be added, kind of like you did with the blockers in the Give Economy call, you know, so we know all the things that like we're missing, and then we can like check off those small tasks when we do have the bandwidth for it, so we know what needs to be done. That's my suggestion. I don't know that we have to do it that way.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea, and I'd be happy to do that. I'll go through all of the documentation that is like written so far, and just like if any pieces are missing, I'll make them in just like one Notion document, and we can share it. I'll share it with you guys, and then we can kind of like just check them off. And then, I mean, we do still have a few weeks before launch, but I think we're at a point now where we could finish all this stuff. So it's like if we just like have it on our radars and, you know, not necessarily with the pressure of have to have it done by next week.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Okay.
What, you're gonna create a Notion doc for the missing documentation?
Yeah, I'll just create a checklist in Notion. I'll go through like the GitHub issues, and then like I'll put links to the GitHub issues, but basically just like be like, oh, I looked over the gardens documentation, realized that we're actually missing this part that needs to be added, and then I'll just put it as like a little checklist in like one place so that we can all see like what are our, and then like when all the documents.
Why don't you just make an epic?
Well, we already do have an epic for the documentation.
Okay, well then just add to it.
I don't really want to. I mean, there are already issues open for each of the pieces, like overhead. I don't want to like add like subtasky things like a separate. I could.
Okay. I just think if you're talking about like all the article pieces put together, and if you want to add them, then it's like then you have one place to see like what's done and what isn't. Like if I understand, like what you're saying is we need to add more articles, or
No, some of our documentation is incomplete, is my point. So like I can just put a list
relating to the Give economy or other. Okay.
for the Give economy.
Okay, so then those issues should be moved to in progress.
Yeah.
I just don't understand where it moves from, like off of GitHub, and then it like now it's on Notion, part of the information.
It's just so that I could make individual comments in each of these issues, but I think it might just be. It would be easier for me to see it as like a checklist.
Okay. All right.
I can also I can just put comments in the GitHub issues of like things that are missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we
Well,
can
if
also
you
do
want people to change stuff, like, because I just follow stuff that happens in GitHub. So if I see that like I have this task and it needs to be done, like, personally, how I'm more likely to see it in GitHub than like trying to find it in Notion.
Okay. So I'll just add comments to the issues.
Yeah, and the pipeline should reflect like its status.
Totally. It kind of did. Like it was, this isn't done, but it's not really done. It was done for the time, right? So it's like, we could put it back to sprint backlog because it's missing information about the parameters.
Yeah.
Or like.
Yeah, if it's not done, then it shouldn't be done.
Yeah. I think I need to review. This is how I feel about probably where these things.
Okay. There you go. Boom.
Boom. Okay, well that's everything for the Give economy documentation. Let's talk about this Give DAO blog post. I did see the Danny had posted on Medium, and I gave it a little quick skim.
I did some thorough QA on it yesterday.
Okay.
And I just left some comments on like the formatting, how she formatted it into Medium, but I don't know.
I'm a Giveth editor, so I can just change the formatting if things are weird. Oh, it's because you didn't like this. I think it's okay.
Okay.
So, in this example.
Oh. I had a couple extra O's there.
Yeah. All right. But otherwise, you feel like this is good to blast off?
Good enough.
Good.
How long it's been sitting there, Yeah. It'll be good to have it done.
Yeah, I agree. And then I can just, can you just give me like a one-liner, what I should say in a tweet about this?
Oh. How the story of the Giveth DAO?
Okay.
Or yeah, because she goes into like how we were doing it before and then how we're doing it now and how we deal with decisions.
Cool. Cool. That sounds good. How we do it. That sounds good. And so I guess maybe we'll tweet it out sometime this week. Coming up this week, Gardens is launching. I think they're gonna do their like big public announcement tweet thing on Thursday, and then on Friday they're having sorry. Let me just plug my headphones in. They're having like a launch party where they have people coming in and like representing people who are doing gardens like Giveth and Bright ID and Agave. Anyway, so the next couple of days are going to be like hyped with that, and so maybe we publish this sometime next week.
Sure.
It's like a kind of like a when times are slow thing, right?
It's kind of time sensitive because it's like she kind of like frames like the things that we're currently talking about on Giveth. So like specifically like rainbow rolls and stuff. So it's like
Well, and I think we could also just publish it now and then blast it out on Twitter next week, you know? Like if your Twitter feed is already full, you already have like lots of posts, it doesn't mean we can't publish it on Medium, and then you can just direct people to it at whatever time works for your Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like there's no reason just to not just publish it. I don't know.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Anything else about this?
Nope.
Okay, good. And then what else have we got to discuss? Ashley.
Channels, or like renaming the voice channels to match better, have different channels, or the build section and the internal section, different like things like that within the Discord server before launch, just so it's nice and neat and makes sense, you know, because we have like communications under general as well as like fundraising and, you know, different things. So I don't know, maybe it's fine the way it is. I find it easy to find, but maybe there's some things that we could move, you know, like the Giveth trace payments and like the DAP section and the build section, and how are they separate, and, you know, kind of like those things.
Yeah. I think Mitch made a really good comment here with the breakdown. Did you see this?
Oh no, I have not seen that.
It was actually a few weeks ago, but he put
Yeah,
down
I did that.
suggestions for how he thinks things should be done.
It's like 3 weeks ago I did that.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
It's because everyone went on vacation.
Yeah. All right, so I can implement that. If, I mean, do you guys looking
We'll
at it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard. I mean, I saw it when he made this comment, and I was like, "Oh, it looks pretty good," but I didn't look very in depth. So
Safe enough to try.
Safe enough to try for sure. He thought about it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I'll leave some comments in there, and if you guys have any comments,
and
we can go from there.
How easy is it to move channels though? Do you have to create new ones or?
No, I just click hold and drag.
Hold and drag.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think it makes sense. I like his structure with the circles. Community, governance, platform. Makes sense.
Cool. All right, and I've been talking with ViViV. I've been trying to poke him about the bot, getting the new bots in there, so maybe like we can kind of do this whole revamp all at the same time with the new bots, the channels, and stuff like that. So I'll poke him a little bit more, but he hasn't responded to me for a while.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, cool. There's nothing else like actually like major on the board that I think like we're really even needing to pick up right now. I made a couple of issues about this like delegation thing, but we decided in the Give Economy call that we weren't going to spend the time on it. Yeah, and then I also made this issue for like before we launched. Yeah. Anyway, we should make. I think before we launch the Give Economy, we should make like an outreach campaign and just like we should reach out to donors and like to people who we know are getting like big airdrops and be like, hey, we're going to be announcing. It'd be great if you could like share our tweet or like share our post and yeah. So anyway, I just made an issue for that, but we can also just like address it like earlier, like late like next week or so, and make a list of the top people we want to reach out to split up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I think there was one more thing I wanted to touch on, and that's the Meet the Makers thing for December. If I were to send an email to all the projects, when do you think would be a good time? Like 2 weeks ahead of time, send the email out, or like a week ahead of time?
I think a week ahead of time.
Okay. All right.
I think anything that happens, things happen so fast in crypto. I never know about anything until 2 weeks in advance.
Right,
like
exactly, and then you forget, right? So.
Exactly, yeah. I think a week ahead of time is totally enough.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Good. Yeah, well, honestly, going through the rest of the board here, I mean, I don't think that there's too much, like, too much else. We really need to get organized in the Give Economy documentation, like after the fact, but it doesn't sound like people have bandwidth to speak. So maybe let's, okay, there's 2 more things that I wanted to do in this call. One is like maybe turning into like a shilling our grants hack session. And then the other thing is just showing you guys the give drop video, because I have like an almost final version. It's like basically final version. So maybe I'll just show you guys that first. And we can, hold on. Yeah, then we can do the other Bitcoin. Okay. Do you hear the sound? Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's really good.
That's cool,
It's
right?
really good. The only thing that came up for me at all in the whole video was there was one screen that was like white with like kind of a greenish background, and it was like a dashboard that I wanted maybe like 2 more seconds of it so that I could like see a little bit more. But at the same time, it's really not necessary because it's a teaser video.
This one. Yeah, it's the garden. It's
okay.
big garden.
There's just like a lot going on the garden, so I'm like, oh, like looking at what it says. But yeah, the video is really compelling.
Cool. Maybe we could make the garden page like just a little bit more minimal. Like I could ask him to take out some of the components to make it just less busy.
Yeah.
Like remove things, make some things bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a couple of things. Actually, I could totally get your feedback on. What do you guys think? Should it be of the donors by the donors for the donors, or of the givers by the donors for the givers?
Yeah, I did think like of the donors when I first read it was a little odd, but then because it goes by the donors for the donors, like I like that it's repeating the same thing 3 times.
Okay, cool. Well,
Looks good.
yeah, so you like donors? I mean, Griff likes donors, Willie likes givers.
Donors is more explicit.
Would it say givers for all 3 or only at the first one?
I would say for all 3.
Okay. I kind of like givers.
Uh-oh. Ashley?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like givers too.
Uh-oh. Okay. So wait, actually that's givers. That's the tiebreaker. So that's like, we've got like, okay. Maybe we just make a little vote or something. And then you know my other last question is, do you think it's, so it goes, this is, oh yeah, the give economy. It used to say this is the give economy, but I guess the give economy is fine. The give economy. And then it says this community thing, and then it says giveth of the donors by the donors for the donors. Do you think it makes more sense if it says the give economy of the donors to the?
Yeah.
Is that better? It's not redundant with the give economy.
No, I don't think it's redundant, and also I think I kind of like that better because like Giveth itself is more than just the economy, right? And like Giveth itself isn't necessarily all about like donor focus as a community, but the Give economy is donor focused, right?
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think so too. I also think because the video is for the Give economy and not just for Giveth, and then also it says building the future of giving, Giveth.io on the very last page, and I think that is totally enough. know that says Giveth right there. We know it's Giveth.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, great. And then the stream page is going to change a tiny bit. Just that there's too much text on the stream page. But anyway, this page is going to say a constant flow of give to your wallet. But that's, and that lightning bolt's going to. But anyway, other than that, that's all I have to change. Do you guys like it?
I like it. I think it looks really good.
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, well, thanks for the commentary. Should we just are you guys down to do some like Gitcoin grants chilling? We could like run into it. I'm thinking what we can do is take from one of our previous, what was the last thing we were shilling? Rainbow rolls giveaway?
Yeah, I think Rainbow Rolls or Trace Launch.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we do one for the last Gitcoin grant round?
I don't think we broke up the, you know how we made a nice checklist of Discord servers? Was it Gitcoin grants that we did? I wish I could find a list that I could just copy. Yeah, we definitely did for Trace Launch. Okay. But I know Ashley made a much better one. Do you remember what issue it was, Ashley, where you made a better list?
No, I don't remember.
Damn. Word promo push. Cool. Nice. All right, let's do this. Cool. Do we want to do all of these? We can definitely do common stack. We can put it in our announcements channel.
Yeah, I think putting it in our announcements channel is a good idea. Some of them I think are a good idea. Some of those Discord servers that I go into have different like rules around shilling and what it is that you're sharing. So I think like this list came from directly trying to get people to join our Discord, if I remember right. And like there's some servers that don't allow, they allowed shilling but not like Discord invites without permission and things like that. So I'll go through like the ones that I added on there because I have access to them obviously, and I'll see, and I can update or edit the issue accordingly and take them out.
Okay.
If I don't share it in that one, or if I add a different one that's not on the list, I could just always add it.
Sounds good. Maybe for now we can at least do like common stack, TC, metagame, one hive, boom, panval. These all sound good. Right ID.
Yeah, Gitcoin actually has a channel just for shilling grants.
Cool. Nice. Okay. Well, that sounds good. I mean, we have some of our tags here, but let's put some for Forest too. I'll do the announcements channel. Is anyone, Forest, do you want to like claim any of these servers to chill in?
Yeah, I can do like one hive. I think I'm in Bright ID. Let's see, I actually don't know if I'm in that one, but I'm in one hive. I'm in. What's Woka? Women.
That's women.
Women of crypto art.
Crypto art.
Okay, I'm not in that one. I'm in Meta Gamma Delta. I'm in Gitcoin, Panbala, One Hive.
Okay, I put you on Metagamma Delta, Bright ID, and One Hive.
Cool.
Cool. So for now, we can do these ones at the top, and all these other crazy cool ones that Ashley added. Maybe you could go through them. Or Ashley, do you want us to like just do these ones at the top, or do you want to still keep your name on them?
I mean, if you guys want to do the ones at the top, I can hit the random ones at the bottom since there's quite a few. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is, should we be sending out an email from our Gitcoin account to previous donors? Because can't we send?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So is there any place else that we should be shilling this besides just Discord servers?
Yeah. I think sending an email out is good. We have it like on autopilot. Can we send an email to our previous donors?
No, you do it through Gitcoin.
Oh, okay. And you have the power to do that?
I'm not sure. I would have to check. I think Mitch does for sure. If he can edit them, he can send the messages. I'll have to look. I haven't.
If you're on the team, you should have the power.
Okay. I don't know if I am on that one or on Trace, or I think I'm on one of them. I'll have to relook. I'm gonna relook.
You would be on IO.
Okay.
Maybe Mitch, you could do this right now, and Ashley can go check all those other Discord servers, and then I'll do the announcements channel and whichever other Discord servers are here, and yeah, we can just like in this time that we have here now, so that it doesn't spill over into after.
Sounds good to me. And should I stop the stream or should I keep it going till the end?
Oh yeah, I guess you can stop the stream. I don't think.
Okay.